Looking to dent their runaway train, even if just for a week or two. But for the moment, the superiority of the champions has been on display and has translated into that early goal. Cassius Mailula scored in the 6th minute. Answer do Orlando Pirates have? A little
to use those transition very well. Whenever they have the ball, because it's so difficult to get.
Is there a change of mind?
Use it properly, use the right players at the right moment, and I think also Kemi Rissman is to get more involved on the ball. I don't think in the first half he was that involved. Saleng is doing so much work. He needs to be an element of a surprise, and I think probably those are the conversations. And also Musel in that midfield, his decisiveness on those passes needs to be proper, because those turnovers that might tend become dangerous for Orlando Pirates.
Look at the pace there. Morena gets ahead of Shandu now. Has he got a corner out of that? Excellent persistence from Topero Morena, and
so much work.
Sprinting skills
he
of
needs
his.
to be an element of a surprise, and I think probably those are the conversations. And also Musel in that midfield, his decisiveness on those passes needs to be proper, because those turnovers that might tend become dangerous for Orlando Pirates.
Look at the pace there. Morena gets ahead of Shandu now. Has he got a corner out of that? Excellent persistence from Topero Morena, and those sprinting skills of his. He caught up to Shandu and on the ball at the corner. So early positive start here comes from the visiting side, Mamelodi Sundowns. And Orlando earlier this season for the first leg of that MTN8 semi-final that ended goalless. Lost 3-0 to Pirates at Loftus in the return. Here comes the corner. Firmly away by Sibisi. Morena, and a bit of pressure from Saleng. He's got time here to sweep and support too from Madao on the right. Just to confirm, no changes made at half-time. Here's Shalulile. Mailula waits in the middle. Mokoena. Maema. Rasmus back to help out with the defending. Morena. Mokoena. Maema. Rasmus back to help out with the defending. Morena. Between Mailula and Kulise. Zwane battling away. Back pass to Zwane, into Mailula, turns, looking for the shot. Strong defensive work from... This is Hotto. Again, just slowing the tempo down. A rampant Orlando Pirates will be a real handful for Mamelodi Sundowns, but Sundowns dictating the pace here. Maema looking for Shalulile. Up in the air. Good work from Toki. Possession turned over though. Mokoena. Maema. That's good football again. Zwane now. Dow. Morena's calling for it over on the left-hand side. Now, can they get themselves out here, Orlando Pirates? They'll get the goal kick. The respective coaches. The first changes in the offing now for Orlando Pirates.
I think it's that, probably maybe that creative role where they need somebody when they're on the ball to be able to make things happen. They still have Jamene that is capable of doing so. They still have Zonda as well. And actually good 2 games before this encounter with that, now that he's on the bench. Creative-wise, with a crowd like this, he might be the guy that actually might spark Orlando Pirates' energy and be able to get back into the game.
Washington. First change does look to be coming below us. First change does look to be coming below us. By Williams, oh, he hurt himself there. He was banged against the upright. Throw in for Orlando Pirates. Erasmus, down he goes. What's he got? Corner. Referee took a while before they signalled. The Pirates are up to 4 corners now, double the number that Sundowns have had. Saleng again to try and curl it in. It's Swane control at the near post. Another throw in Orlando Pirates. Quickly taken, looking for a little touch from Mosele. Who had the last one there? Was it Invala? Another corner. The Sundowns have had. Saleng again to try and curl it in. It's Swane at the near post. Another throw in Orlando Pirates. Quickly taken, looking for a little touch from Mosele. Who had the last one there? Was it Invala? Another corner. Called in here towards the back post. That was a good chance. Maybe too many. Cook spoiling the broth there. Tapelo Toki with just the slightest of touches.
Good delivery there. Toki being able to find space in the back, losing his marker, unable to get the right connection that he needs. Maybe a better communication from the 3 players there with Maela, CBC, Monare and Toki at the back, but they were free. They had numbers at the back. They were supposed to actually do better with the ball.
We hear from down on the touchline that Vincent Pule will be coming on for Dion Hotto. So that energy that you were talking about is going to come, but wide out rather than in the middle, as we perhaps suspected initially.
Yeah, and if Pule doesn't get more on the ball, the sub won't be as effective. Hotto doesn't get on the ball. We have Erasmus as well that are ineffective because they're not getting on the ball. Only Saleng that is trying so hard. So you need to get somebody that will be able to get those players that you need more on the ball. And I think that's one thing that Orlando Pirates needs to change.
Throw in for the Buccaneers, taken quickly. Here's Hotto. This might be his last contribution. Maela gets the corner. Came off Mudau. Down in need of some treatment. Red headband in the first half for a little cut. But, as soon as the threat of the stretcher comes from the referee, then recovery is speeded up.
Yeah, because you know that if you go out of the pitch, you 1 minute less inside the box to defend SLPs, that Orlando Pirates is very dangerous. So that comes into mind.
Erasmus to take the corner. Little touch in there from Saleng.
Beat up off the line. But these are the moments that you need. Side net, bring the crowd up back into the game to be able to give you that energy that you need.
Cup final hero, of course, for the Buccaneers late last year. In the meantime, Pule is on and Klamini will be coming on for Mosele. So a double change. Pule on for Hotto, Dlamini on for Masele.
Positive changes from the coach, wants to impact the game. You can see that he's attack-minded, Dlamini and Pule. Dlamini very creative in that midfield. Once team has the ball, once Monare has the ball, he needs to avail himself, get onto the ball, be the one that actually give those passes to the front three and start being effective going from there.
Now, early contribution from Dlamini. Given. Zwane. Herrera on the chase, and that pass was almost perfectly weighted. Tim has it. Mayela's got space here. He's been full of running in this game. Leading by example, the skipper looking for a first touch for Pule. And now, under a bit of pressure here. Referees allow play to continue. Mayela inside, Dlamini. Pule, first time ball into the middle. It's behind Kermit Erasmus. All the Sundowns players are back in their own half. The Pirates just getting a little edge now on this Sundowns team. Monare. This is much better. Great tackle though from Mokoena. Just delays the progress though of the Buccaneers, and Dlamini's brought down. Tim looks to take it quickly. This is the kind of energy that perhaps is lacking from the Buccaneers in the first half.
Yep.
Mayela, too close to Williams.
That's the energy that they need, that agency. They want to go down, they're playing at home. You want to come back into the game, you want the game, the tempo, because Orlando Pirates, it is a transitional team runner. So you need to use that speed. The gaps that Mamelodi Sundowns leave behind, you have to play a little bit quicker.
So Leg just clattered into Williams there, but no foul was given. Trying to hold himself, but he was coming in at some pace. Now Erasmus, Mayela's in there. Erasmus again. Did Erasmus get a push? He's battling away here. Oh, there's some wild kicking, particularly with Grant Kekana and Erasmus. Well, let's see what the referee's going to do here, but Grant Kekana might be in a bit of trouble had the referee seen that incident clearly.
That's the tussle. I think also because, yeah,
I don't think they saw that.
I didn't see that.
Again with a set piece. Back post. It's been a Shaluli there helping out.
Yeah. If you look at this game as entirety, Orlando Pirates looks so dangerous in today's game with those set pieces. And Saleh keeps on delivering them. Mamelodi Sundowns need to avoid making those fouls, especially in and around the box, because they are unable to defend those set pieces.
Finds Mayela. Saleh now. Being hunted down there, but he does well to find space for Mayela. Now they're waiting in the middle. Decent ball in. Cleared away by Vala. Back in from Toki. Chance here for Pule. He's hit the upright. Shandu with a follow-up. Saved by Williams. Inches away from an equaliser, the Buccaneers.
All of a sudden the game is alive.
And those substitutes make their impact, Pule in particular. Dlamini's looked sharp since coming on. Two good changes. Mayela's had an excellent game down this left-hand side. Saleng too, full of work. There's the cross inside, and Vala away. Subisi, Monare, Dlamini, back again, Monare with a shot.
That's the confidence they need. That's the confidence they need. Put pressure on Mamelodi Sundowns. That's an early opportunity of Pule creating space for himself around that box. It was difficult, but he found one. Fortunately, they hit the upright. Look at that touch. Look at that counter-pressing from Mamelodi Sundowns, but still is able to pull off a shot there.
And the follow-up from Shandu was also on target. Remember, he got 7 goals last season, particularly in the African Confederation Cup. He really made his mark. Shandu was a goal scorer. And that little move from Pule, just a reminder of what we've been missing from him with all his injury problems over the last 12 months or so. You can see the attack analysis for Pirates on the pitch that we're showing you there. Mayela down the left-hand side. Massive impact.
Yeah, and I think because there's the spaces that they create on this left-hand side where Saleng tucks in, Mudau follows him. Now he frees Mayela to be able to move forward, but those balls now in the second half, they're coming in thick and fast for him to be able to advance into these empty spaces.
Here we go again down the left. Saleng with pace. Williams read that. He came out, and that's experience for you, Ron Williams. Over 300 league and cup matches. Move to Sundowns. There's Terence Chukwumanja, the Zimbabwean. Much talk about him perhaps leaving in the January transfer window, but he started the last game against Gallants, and he gets a chance now to come on as yet another change. Maybe the coach is sensing they could yet do something in this game.
And surprisingly, as short as he is, very dangerous in set pieces. He can jump, he knows how to score goals, and at this moment, Orlando Pirates, they're looking to find somebody that will be able to put the ball in the back of the net. Maybe the change it might be Kemet Erasmus coming off, because they need somebody to be impactful up front there, and I think Kemet hasn't been in the game, doesn't have too many touches on the ball, he's not involved in the game, and they need him more on this game.
Dlamini to Saleng. It's a little bit of a hospital pass for Mayela, but he did well to win it. Now Dlamini, Munare. Pule tells Shandu to wait. Need your support. In from Dlamini. He's going to switch it here to Mayela. Good work, Mudau. He's kept it in play, Mudau. They're still battling away. Mudau finds Mayema. This might be a perfect chance for a counter. It's Zwane, it's Shalulile. Zwane. He's going to go for goal. I don't think he realised the defenders were right on top of him there, Zwane. It was an excellent opportunity to feed the ball in to Peter Shalulile. He knows that's a good chance. It's gone to begging.
Yeah, it is a good chance indeed. He allows the ball to go through. Sibisi, they try to cause a foul, stayed on his feet, Mbazwani, unaware that team is also still coming back to defend, but yet again, he still had an opportunity again to pass Shalulile, who was free inside the box there. But good work there from Mbazwani to stay on his feet. But still, he had 3 opportunities, 3v2, could have used it better, especially with his quality.
Shot in the end looked somewhat tired, not unexpected, because it was quite a run upfield from Mbazwani, having to hold off the defenders. So Chukwumanja on. Mamelodi Sundowns looking to make changes as well. Aubrey Modiba and Sipho Mbule are standing by. Erasmus goes off, so there'll be no partnership between the Zimbabwean and Erasmus. And no goal against his old club today for Kermit Erasmus. Over 70 league and cup goals for him in his South African career. Double change here. Kulise off. Number comes on for him. Mbule. Morena's been told he's got to shift up to right wing back. He says, I'll handle the... in fact, let me correct myself, left wing back. Modiba will go in at left back, and Morena will push up. Mbule will take the place of Shaluile, which means Manula will be the key attacker. Shaluile's not really had much in this game in terms of opportunities set up for him. I wonder with the game on Tuesday against Richards Bay, and also the game particularly next Saturday against Al Hilal in the Champions League, whether that's not a move to just rest him a little bit. Remember, he's still working his way back to full fitness.
And once he's there, the confidence is up, he'll be able to create himself opportunities inside the box to be able to score. He enjoys scoring goals, but it's always difficult, especially coming back from such an injury and to come back to such big games. You put yourself under pressure because you want to be on the score sheet, and I think maybe this one of the situation where we'll be rested. But also looking at the changes, Sundowns might go back and play with 4, with Modiba now being an out-and-out left back, and Tapelo maybe pushing up a little bit up front, because you can see that they find another pass starting to find gaps on the side, so they need that overload to be sorted out.
The overload, interestingly enough, though, sorted out on the left, but here on the right side of Sundowns' defence, the left side of Pirates' attack is where the Buccaneers are making the most progress. There, Mudao, Sukmayema come across a little bit and give him some support, and Mbule goes into the middle. Pressure sees possession turn over. Here's Tambazwane up against Sibisi. Can he get it square? Does he get the corner? No, he's got the goal kick. I think Sibisi might have just nudged that ball onto Zwane before it crossed the line. Frustration for him.
I feel like you could have. It should be a corner kick for him.
Prince, I think they're from the T20 cricket. Am I right in saying that? Commentators and some of the T20 cricket people who are up here on the Highveld.
They're here to enjoy the occasion.
Yeah, they come to watch some real sport. Relying on Mokoena, frustrated, as he usually is. I think if it's not 8-0, he's not 100% happy. A flick on from Zwane. Zwane, cut out by Talking. What's he got up his sleeve now? He's running out of options. 3 changes made already by Jose Rivera. Saleh. Pule, excuse me. Left-footed effort from him, perhaps. offside position there, Juke. Chance for Sundowns United to perhaps go into second spot when they take on Cape Town City later on. It's also live on the World Champions from Attridgeville. Perhaps go into second spot when they take on Cape Town City later on. It's also live on the World Champions from Attridgeville. Standing by to energy. In the meantime, Zwane, Kwena, good away.
It'll be interesting to see Abena now that he's a striker with Juga Manje. Clearly they're going to play two up top. Who they two sacrificing? Maybe they're going to be sacrificing where Monare or team is. Maybe have one sitting and put on an extra player in that midfield role to be able to help them attack.
What do you do with Craig Martin if Pule
in that midfield?
decided
Yeah. He doesn't have the legs that he used to. He's not a young boy anymore, but what he does is clever play, knowing when to drop deep. Help when I read that midfield.
too strong for Chukwumanja, and as a result, possession, and they're going to slow things down again with some 13 minutes to go. Over there, Exit Sculpture, all action. Martin looks up. There. Again, there's no rush to take this throw in on the part of Mamelodi.
They want to be in control of the tempo of the game. They want to dictate temps. And you look at the game now in the second half where so much pressure that is piling by Orlando Pirates, forcing them to play a little more different. So don't be surprised if you start seeing Zungu, Jali in that midfield just to help, manage the pressure.
It's not often that Mamelodi Sundowns have as much pressure. still a bit more time, although we have had now 5 minutes of stoppage time. Mamelodi Sundowns hanging on here. Simply have hung on in the second half. Long one for Williams. That's the final whistle. So the champions continue their march. 15 matches now. Record breaking, and it's a very big win at Orlando Stadium. Perhaps Teko Modise not in the style to which we have become accustomed from Mamelodi Sundowns, but efficient, and 3 points nevertheless.
Yeah, efficient indeed. Very difficult second half for Mamelodi Sundowns. Orlando Pirates, with those changes, affected the game positively. They put pressure for Mamelodi Sundowns to defend a little more deeper. But in the game, Mamelodi Sundowns, they know how to win. They've got players that are able to take the pressure, be able to be calm on the ground and be able to win the game. I think it's a win that will appreciate it more, because it was difficult for them to come out of this place and actually get a point or 3 points. For Orlando Pirates, a lot of positives, especially in the second half, the way they play, those changes, Pule coming in, Saleng being forever present, giving them that width, that speed going up front there as well. I think this is a game that Orlando Pirates, they'll look at it as this is the start that we're really supposed to play each and every game going forward.
So the train continues. Sundowns inching ever closer to the championship. They could do it in record style this season. Yet another 3 points. They are top of the table and by some. Winners over Pirates by a goal to nil.